Nice run, Larry.
Done. Well done.
So lots of finishers coming through here. Number 103, we've got Brandon Quinn from Vancouver, another VFAC athlete. Number 57, also just coming across the line there right now. We can see that's Luke Isaac from Vancouver, number 32, also just moving through there. That's Juliet Christie from Vancouver. She's followed by number 138, shortly behind, just coming down the finish chute there. That looks like Megan Williams from West Van, part of Team Super K, as number 105 closes in there. That's Eri Shirai from Vancouver. And number 85, now across the finish line there is Karen Mitchell. She's also part of Super K, as we can see. Number 9 pouring on the pace there is Corinne Andan from North Van. We've got number 97 also coming down the final stretch. Lisa Perlman just heading through there now. We've got 6 minutes now on the clock for these athletes. Number 84 will be next up. That's Michael Mitchell out of West Van. We can see number 65 is also coming down the final stretch there. That'll be Kim Zhao there. Nice to see you, Kim. His lovely wife also racing with us today, and there is our MP himself, Mr. John Weston, just crossing the line, 6:17 his time there, unofficially as he comes through. We've got number 64, Ocean Athletics, represented there as she comes through the finish line, and I believe that's Debbie Jordan just finishing up there with 6:29 on the clock. Number 68 will be next up to come through the finish line. That's Chris Kennedy from West Van. As we see number 86 will be next to come through. That's Paul Machula out of West Van as well. And we can see number 130 is coming through there now. That's Ron Walker, set to finish up there just inside of 7 minutes, 6:49 his time unofficially as he comes across the line. We've got our MLA now finishing up there. Jordan Sturdy is just coming down the final stretch. We thank you for being with us. He's got to head over to be part of the parade in the next few minutes. Diane Nelson out of West Van is just crossing the finish line. Number 15 is pouring on the pace there as well. That's Ken Armstrong from New Westminster. And number 152, this is a familiar face there as he comes down the final stretch. As more athletes make their way in, number 135 will be next to come through. That's Shoshana Wasserman. And we can see one of the Nomads finishing up just behind her there. Number 45 will be next to come through. I believe that's Daniel Gabura from West Van. We've got number 147 also coming down the final stretch there at this time. Number 131 is going to finish up with just over 7.5 minutes on the clock. Here comes one of our young finishers. Look at her pouring on the pace as she comes down. This is young Cameron Pedley from North Van. She's got Nicholas racing as well. And we've got number 14 who's finishing up just behind her there here in the Ambleside Mile. That's Noor Afugli just finishing up with a sub-8-minute clocking as she comes through there. Number 62 will be next to come down the finish chute here. As we put our hands together, that's Stuart Jones from North Van. Let's hear it for getting underway in the next few minutes. It's a 10 a.m. start. And so lots of stuff happening throughout the day here. Lots to do for the whole family, and we hope you'll make a day of it and stay here in West Vancouver. Look at this, one of our youngest athletes there. Number 133 is the number. That's Bailey Washer, who's finishing up there with no trouble at all, and she's finished up well inside of 10 minutes as well. Great clocking there, and all the finishers receiving the official Ambleside Mile Finishers Medal, and someone who will be receiving that is Sheila Dalbertons out of Burnaby, who's just crossed the finish line right now as well. This is the great Lenore Montgomery, who's coming down the final stretch here, ladies and gentlemen, in the 80-plus division. She's a fantastic athlete, and we're so glad to see her here racing with us and healthy once again. Lenore is just crossing the finish line there in a time of 10:32 unofficially. Absolutely inspiring stuff from Lenore. It's just always great to see you here. And I mentioned her daughter, Carol. Her other daughter, Wendy's a great ultra-marathoner. As we see number 58 just coming down the final stretch. Crossing the line there is Farnaz Isapane from West Van. As 3 more. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's welcome them to the finish line. Number 25, 26, 27. This is the Cantley family, Owen, Craig, and Charity. All of West Van finishing up there with an 11:25 clocking unofficially. Congratulations, you guys. So one of our veterans here in the form of Arthur, who's coming down the final stretch here. Nice to see you, my man. Representing the Nomads, doing great stuff. He's finishing up there with an 11:46 unofficially. Congratulations, Arthur. As we see more finishers coming through, we've got number 120 who will be next to come down the final stretch here. We welcome her to the finish line. This is Tina Stephenson from North Van, finishing up there just inside of 12 minutes. Number 71 will be next to come through, and we want to congratulate her. Just finishing up there is Janet Lee from Vancouver. athlete. '23 was next there. That's Naomi Burke from West Van, who just finished up there. Number 109 was one of the athletes that finished up just a moment ago, Arden Riddell from West Van. We had Angela and Chris Riddell also racing with us today. So great stuff, guys. Nice to see. And we saw a little bit of skipping happening a moment ago. I'd love to see that kind of spirit as this athlete's starting to pour on the pace as she can see that finish line, and she knows that she's almost there. Number 18, this is young Caitlin Bennell, who's finishing up here. Well done, Caitlin. She's from West Van, and she's about to get her finisher's medal. I think she'll be pretty happy to receive that. We've got some hugs being handed out here, and this is what it's all about. Congratulations, finishers.
Thank you.